Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Got up very early this Monday morning because, as you know, the Supreme Court is going to issue its orders list at 9:30 in the morning East Coast time, which means 6:30 in the morning my time. Really anxious because I anticipated today we were going to get some word on Snope v. Brown and Ocean State Tactical versus Rhode Island, two immensely important cases for us here in the Second Amendment community. Well, the order is out. There are lots of orders, but no word on either of the two cases we have been following. So what does that mean for us? Well, I'll break it all down for you. We'll geek out on it a little bit. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about what's the delay with the assault weapon ban case. Okay, America, it is early Monday morning. Well, for most of you, it's probably already Monday afternoon. It's still early Monday morning as I'm recording this out here on the West Coast. Got up super early this morning, all excited. We're going to get a word on Snope v. Brown and Ocean State Tactical versus Rhode Island, right? Wrong. No, we did not get any ruling at all. As a matter of fact, if you go ahead and look at the order, which I have linked up down below so that you can geek out on it for yourself, and you do a word search for either Snope or Ocean State Tactical, you will find that no, it is not in there anywhere. Now, what does that mean? Is that bad news? No, I don't think it's bad news. Is it good news? I don't know if it's good news, but I do think there is some positive things to read from the tea leaves. And it's mainly this, that in this very long list of orders, and it is a hefty orders list that came out this morning, 237 cases were denied petition by the United States Supreme Court today alone, okay? 237 cases were purged from the United States Supreme Court. Essentially, they said, we're not going to take review of any of these cases. Now, one would think, since clearly the United States Supreme Court was doing a major piece of house cleaning today, that if the Snope v. Brown or Ocean State Tactical case was in fact going to be denied, this would have been the day to do it, with so many other cases being denied. Now, I think a lot of other people are coming to this realization that, truthfully, if the United States Supreme Court was going to tube this petition, if they were just going to say, no, we're not going to have anything to do with it, they probably would have done so already. So I don't think there's much to read into the lack of activity today, but if anything could be read into it, I think it is mildly positive. Now, understand where we are right now with the conferences is we're going to be filling things for the fall term of 2025, okay? So we're going to take a summer break, and then we're going to come back for the 25-26 session. So we're beginning to fill up the fall of 2025. And I have previously stated, as you recall, that a few weeks ago when the case was up for conference again, it was highly unlikely that the court was going to accept review at that late stage in the juncture and put it on this spring's term, because it would give the parties very little time to actually get everything briefed. We know there's going to be a ton of amicus parties that are going to want to support here. So the fact that it has not been denied yet, the fact that it still lives on, and the fact that 237 cases were purged from the Supreme Court docket today, I think has a tendency to lean towards the positive side. Now, some of my other colleagues out here in the YouTuberverse may see things differently, and that's fine, because as we know, trying to predict this particular Supreme Court has proven to be a near impossible task. Now, of one of the cases, though, that was denied, and this was a little disappointing, and I'm going to do a little bit more deep geeking out on this because I want to figure out what's really going on. It was the case of Gun Range LLC versus Philadelphia. Now, this was a case where the city of Philadelphia, through zoning law, basically made it virtually impossible to operate any type of a gun store or shooting range anywhere inside city limits of Philadelphia. Obviously, the lower court upheld that, said, yeah, Philadelphia, you got the absolute right to do it. A petition was filed then with the United States Supreme Court. Now, the city of Philadelphia filed a motion with the United States Supreme Court asking that they just not even have to file a reply brief. Okay, think about it. One side files a petition, the other side says, we don't even want to respond. The Supreme Court granted that motion. Okay, so they only heard from the petitioners in this case, and they have denied that petition. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more deep geeking out on it and figure out what's going on in that case and why would the Supreme Court have been so dismissive of it. But for the cases that we are carefully watching, we live to see another week. Remember, orders lists are always released on Monday morning at 9:30. So the next time that we could possibly have any developments on Snope v. Brown, the assault weapon ban case out of Maryland, or Ocean State Tactical versus Rhode Island, the magazine ban case, obviously out of Rhode Island, will be next Monday, which means, yes, I will start next work week by getting up well before the sun is up and waiting anxiously for that orders list to arrive. Okay, listen, if you guys got any other questions about this, or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now, but if you don't, that's okay. That information's right down there in the description box. If you got an idea for a video we should be doing around here, you click on that link right there. If you want to subscribe to our monthly newsletter, all of that information's down in the description box. And then finally, and most importantly, America, let's remember that part of being a lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.